What is up, guys? MACABESPEED coming at you. Little bit different of an episode than you might be used to seeing from this channel. Typically we do big, high horsepower, big bore, high intensity type air guns. Today we taper it back just slightly and bring out a CO2, typically seen in the backyard environment style plinker, the Deanna Chaser. Why do I have this big dumb smile on my face? It's because of the fact that the 2240 from Crosman is honestly a lot of people's entry-level pistol, but it leaves a lot to be desired in the CO2 format. It comes in from the Crosman factory. The Deanna Chaser 100% remediates a lot of the things that the Crosman 2240 has as shortcomings. First things first, the metal milled receiver dovetail style top to this specific bolt action breech cannot be even remotely compared to the 2240's plastic style breech. Secondly, you get an additional place to go ahead and stash a secondary CO2 capsule for use in the field if and when you happen to run out of that first air charge you brought from the house. This is also the piece that you would remove in the event you wanted to utilize the factory supplied shoulder stock. That is one more piece of the puzzle that just doesn't come factory with the Crosman 2240 out of the box. Metal safety, metal trigger, 100% good to go as far as the quality, fit, and finish on initial inspection. As you can see, we've already got a CO2 capsule in this and it's already set up and ready to go. Do want to go ahead and give you guys the good crawling information with this pistol version and then immediately swap it over to that more stable, more powerful rifle barrel that also comes with this kit. This kit typically comes with a single shot tray from Deanna at this point in time. Now, a few years ago, 3+ years ago, when I bought my first Deanna Chaser, it came with two 22 caliber magazines, which I still have. These are the same magazines that you would find on the Storm Rider platform, the platform that we do intend to steal this breech and steal these barrels for so that we can go ahead and take advantage of the energy we're making on the PCP platform currently, the Steroid Storm Rider in our collection. Good hybrid episodes coming up, but today definitely just focusing on the stock capabilities of the Chaser itself. Moving down the line here, we have a tool that is not supplied in any fashion with the Crosman offering that has the ability to give you extra leverage on this seal cap here for tightening down your CO2. Not only does that go ahead and give you the ability to easily torque it to exactly where you need to be to pierce that cylinder correctly, but you also get the added advantage of leverage that might just have that little bit of pressure fighting you at the end of your shot string, guys. Without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and set up a target, set up our crawny, get this loaded up with a magazine of red fires in its pistol configuration, and then switch it directly over to its rifle format. All right, gentlemen, we got our red fires all loaded up. We've got the pistol set up, we've got the crawny set up, and we've got the target set up. Now, to be able to make this segment happen for you, I have to be sitting in this chair facing directly through those uprights right in front of me. What does that mean? My skill set with the rifle is meager, right? So without the stock in my shoulder, it's gonna go directly to feeble. Don't judge me on the accuracy, but let's see what kind of power we make. And fire. Ah, not bad, I hit the target. For me, that's accurate as far as pistols are concerned. I know I'm totally not a threat past this distance, about 10 yards with a pistol. Yeah, not bad. I'm surprised I'm even able to generate a group. Very consistent on the power readings. Not a lot of power here. I feel like I may have heard something come back this direction. Not with a lot of power, but I definitely heard it return. And that's the entire magazine, guys. Let's go ahead and take a second, swap on the stock, swap on the longer barrel, and see how we do. Now, one thing you guys will have to go ahead and do, which requires a little bit of extra work, but it's just not difficult, is to utilize the longer barrel with this more forward rear sight. You must first remove this rear sight that comes on the pistol configuration. Couple of Phillips head screws, real small spring, which you can lose pretty much in any fashion you do, just like you saw right there. But you know, honestly, not a difficult swap whatsoever. We've gone ahead and tightened up this Allen screw here, which retains the barrel band. We've tightened up this point right here, which tightens up the stock, and we're ready to go ahead and put in a fresh CO2 cylinder at this point so that we can see what kind of energy the rifle configuration is going to make for us over the chrony. Let's get right into it, guys. CO2 cylinder, empty CO2 slot. You can see because you have a porthole in the side of the tube itself. Goes in, presses in. Be easy, don't just drop it in there like I've seen some people do, because what the tendency is going to be to happen is you'll end up bending the pin that pierces that capsule. Let's go ahead and get this thing tightened down. Little tool. And you can just listen for it and hear it, guys. Go ahead and listen real close and you'll be able to hear it when it pierces that cylinder. Hear it? Thread the tool back into the front of the cap. Get a fresh magazine of red fires loaded up and we'll be ready to go. All right, gentlemen, that quick time lapse showed you exactly what's involved as far as switching it from the pistol configuration with the shorter barrel to the rifle configuration with the stock and the longer barrel, including the moderator. We've got our red fires loaded up, we've got our cameras rolling down range, and a fresh target set up on our pacer and a fresh target set up on our board. Let's get right into this and see exactly what kind of energy we can make in comparison to the pistol. I thought that was a car horn. This is very quiet. .386. And I have no idea where I'm hitting on the board currently. We are not sighted in whatsoever. Just over the top. Interesting to see the velocity coming up. It's only about 78 degrees right now, but that should be plenty for a CO2 gun. 424. Velocity still increasing. 399. 438. End of the magazine. I don't know. That went by pretty quickly and it was all over the place as far as the feet per second were concerned. Let's go ahead and load up a secondary magazine and see what happens. Second magazine of red fires loaded up and online, guys. Let's see what happens. Kind of take what I learned in the last group and adjust my aim. Better. Typically, all of my backers are all 1/2 inch to 5/8 inch plywood because all of my guns usually pass right through that. This is not the case in this case, it's just not the same. Honestly, that's probably one of the reasons why I defer away from the CO2 crowd. 412 feet per second. 408. 419. 425, and that's the end of the magazine. Honestly, gentlemen, if I had only this power level to go ahead and look forward to in this package, I would feel absolutely let down and disappointed, but only because I've been playing in the deep end of the pool as far as air guns are concerned. The bigger bore stuff just brings so much more energy to the table that this is just kind of, like I said, a letdown every single time I squeeze the trigger. However, the machining and quality of manufacturing is still plenty good enough to warrant the fact that this breech and these barrels should be swapped on to the PCP platform of the Deanna Storm Rider in 177 that's already in our collection. Make sure that you guys stick around for those episodes coming up in the near to distant future. This would be a great place to end today's episode, but if you like today's episode, give it a thumbs up. You want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe for more with that notifications button so that you can stay current on the channel as well as when new videos come out. If you really like this video, make sure you share it so somebody else can see it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.